Greetings, fellow adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Hello, YouTube friends. Join us as we unravel the mysteries surrounding Westlife. Westlife album. Westlife are an Irish pop group formed in Dublin in 1998. The group consists of members Shane Filan, Mark Feehily, Kian Egan, and Nicky Byrne. Brian McFadden was a member before leaving in March 2004. The group disbanded in 2012 and later reunited in 2018. In Ireland, the group has 11 number 1 albums, 16 number 1 singles, and 34 top 50 singles. They have sold over 55 million records and are holders of 4 Guinness World Records. Westlife has received numerous accolades, including 1 World Music Award, 2 Brit Awards, 4 MTV Awards, and 4 Record of the Year Awards. The group has released 12 studio albums, 4 as a 5-piece and 8 as a 4-piece. They rose to fame with their debut international self-titled studio album, Westlife 1999. It was followed by Coast to Coast 2000, World of Our Own 2001, and Turnaround 2003. Following the departure of McFadden, the group released the cover albums Follow Us to Be Frank 2004 and the Love album 2006, the albums Face to Face 2005, Back Home 2007, Where We Are 2009, and Gravity 2010, followed by an 8-year split. After reforming in 2018, the quartet released the studio album Spectrum 2019 and Wild Dreams 2021. Let's now shift our focus to formation and early years and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. Formation and early years. Kian Egan, Mark Feehily, and Shane Filan, all schoolmates at Summerhill College in Sligo, Ireland, participated in a school production of Grease with fellow Sligo men Derek Lacey, Graham Kyran, and Michael Garrett. The sextet formed a pop vocal group called Six as One in 1997, later renamed IOIOU. The group, managed by choreographer Mary McDonough and 2 other informal managers, released a single titled Together Girl Forever under Sound Records. McDonough first encountered Egan as a 6-year-old student at her weekly dance classes and came to know Filan and Feehily in their early teens as they starred in shows such as Oliver and Godspell for Sligo Fun Company. Lewis Walsh, the manager of fellow Irish boy band Boyzone, came to know the group after Filan's mother May contacted him, but the group failed to secure a BMG record deal with Simon Cowell. Cowell told Walsh, "You are going to have to fire at least 3 of them. They have great voices, but they are the ugliest band I have ever seen in my life." Lacey, Kyran, and Garrett were told they would not be part of the new group, and auditions were held in Dublin where Nicky Byrne and Brian McFadden were recruited. The new group, formed on 3 July 1998, was originally named Westside but renamed themselves as Westlife due to an existing band with that name. They signed a £4 million record deal with RCA Records. Westlife's first big break came in 1998 when they opened for Boyzone and Backstreet Boys concerts in Dublin. Boyzone singer Ronan Keating was brought in to co-manage the group with Lewis Walsh. Their first live television performance as a group was on the Irish TV series The Late Late Show, broadcast on 13 November 1998. They performed Flying Without Wings. Let's now shift our focus to Westlife, Coast to Coast, and World of Our Own and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. Westlife, Coast to Coast, and World of Our Own. In April 1999, the group released their first single, Swear It Again, which immediately topped the charts in Ireland and in the UK for 2 weeks. It was the biggest-selling single in the first week by a debut artist. Their second single, If I Let You Go, was released in August 1999, which made them the first boy band to hit No. 1 with their first 2 singles. Their third single was Flying Without Wings, their first record of the year and their third No. 1 single, released in October of the same year. Flying Without Wings was also included on the soundtrack of the Warner Brothers film, Popman, the movie 2000. Their first album, simply titled Westlife, was released in November 1999 and went to No. 2 in the UK and No. 1 in Ireland. The album was the biggest chart dropper on the top 40 in UK music history when in its 58th week on the charts it leaped from No. 79 to No. 3 before falling to No. 37 the following week. In Scotland, the album debuted at number 6 in 1999 but subsequently peaked at number 1 year later in 2001. In December 1999, a fourth single was released, the double A-side I Have a Dream Seasons in the Sun. It was the 1999 UK Christmas number 1 single and their fourth No. 1 single. They are one of only 5 acts to achieve 4 number 1s in the UK singles chart in one calendar year. The fifth and final single from the album, Fall Again, also peaked at No. 1. They became the only male band to have every single release from an album that reached No. 1 in the UK. Afterward, Westlife signed to Arista Records for the North American release of their debut. Swear It Again peaked at No. 20 on the Billboard Hot 100. On 1 July 2000, they were honoured as Freemen of the Borough of Sligo, an honour given to people who have promoted the town and county of Sligo, Ireland. Coast to Coast, their second album, was released a year later and was their first No. 1 UK album, beating the Spice Girls' Forever album by a large margin. The chart battle was widely reported by British media. It became the country's 4th biggest selling album of 2000. This is their second No. 1 album in Ireland. The album was preceded by the duet with Mariah Carey Against All Odds Take a Look at Me Now and the original song My Love, their second Record of the Year award. Both singles reached No. 1 on the UK charts, their 6th and 7th number 1s respectively. With this, Westlife broke the record of the most consecutive No. 1 singles in the UK with their first 7 singles. However, in December 2000, their 8th single What Makes a Man debuted at No. 2, breaking their string of consecutive number 1s. The single My Love was controversially used by the Central Intelligence Agency CIA as part of a torture program in Afghanistan. According to the American Civil Liberties Union ACLU, the music pounded constantly as part of a scheme to assault prisoners' senses. Outside the UK and Ireland, they gained chart success with I Lay My Love on You and When You're Looking Like That. They were included in the top 10 earners list of all acts in the UK and Ireland and sold over 2.5 million units in the Asia-Pacific region. In February 2001, they began their first world tour, Where Dreams Come True Tour. A recording of a concert from the tour Live from Dublin was released on 19 November 2001. On 12 November 2001, Westlife released their third album, World of Our Own, peaking at No. 1 in the UK and Ireland. Uptown Girl, their first single to be on the list of million-selling singles in the United Kingdom, Queen of My Heart and World of Our Own were released as singles, all of which peaked at No. 1 in the UK. Bop Bop Baby was also released as a single and peaked at No. 5 in the UK. In 2002, Westlife went on their second world tour, the World of Our Own Tour. By the end of the year, IRMA awarded the band for 1 million units sold in Ireland. The group sold more than 12 million records in a span of 3 years. Now, we shift our focus to Unbreakable, Turnaround, and McFadden's Departure, a topic that deserves our attention. Unbreakable, Turnaround, and McFadden's Departure. Westlife released their 11th UK No. 1 single, Unbreakable, in 2002. Amidst rumours of a split, Westlife released their first Greatest Hits album in November of that same year titled Unbreakable The Greatest Hits Vol. 1, which peaked at No. 1 in the UK and Ireland. During this time, Westlife achieved a Guinness World Record for most public appearances by a pop group in 36 hours. The band made stop-offs in 5 different cities: Dublin, Belfast, Edinburgh, London, and Manchester to promote their then new album. The release was followed by the double A-side single Tonightness Unites, which debuted at No. 3 in the UK and No. 1 in Ireland. Following this release, the group premiered a TV documentary titled Wild Westlife. Ian McDonald directed it and features their daily life as musicians and their tour experiences. It was aired on BBC Choice. In 2003, Westlife went on their third world tour, the Unbreakable Tour. A recording of a concert from the tour in Manchester was released in November 2003. In September 2003, Westlife released Hey Whatever, which peaked at No. 4 in the UK. Their fourth studio album, Turnaround, was released in November 2003, earning the group another No. 1 album in the UK and Ireland. Mandy was released a week before the album and became the band's 12th No. 1 single. It also won them their third Record of the Year award. Mandy is the single with the longest leap to the top from No. 200 to No. 1 in UK music history. Obvious was released as the final single from the album, charting at No. 3. On 9 March 2004, just 3 weeks before embarking on their fourth world tour, McFadden left the group, citing a desire to spend more time with his family. McFadden's final public performance as part of Westlife was at Newcastle upon Tyne's Powerhouse nightclub on 27 February 2004. He subsequently began a solo career and reverted the spelling of his first name back to its original Brian. Less than a month after McFadden's departure, the group began their Turnaround tour. A recording of a concert from the Turnaround tour, live from Stockholm, Sweden, was released in November 2004. Prepare yourself for an in-depth analysis of Face to Face, Back Home, and cover albums in this section. Face to Face, Back Home, and cover albums. In September 2004, they performed at the World Music Awards, where they were recognised as the best Irish act of that year. They then released a Rat Pack-inspired album, their fifth album Allow Us to Be Frank, which peaked at number 3. No singles from this album were released in the UK, but the track Ain't That a Kick in the Head had a music video produced and was released as a physical single in other European countries. Smile and Fly Me to the Moon also had music videos produced. Prior to the release of the Allow Us to Be Frank album, Westlife scouted for the perfect fan to help promote the album. After X Factor-style auditions, they found Joanne Hindley, who recorded The Way You Look Tonight with the group. A television program documenting this process, She's the One, was presented by Kate Thornton. Westlife embarked on the number 1's tour in early 2005. A recording of a concert from the tour, Live from Sheffield, was released in November 2005. In October 2005, Westlife released the single You Raise Me Up, which became their 13th number 1 single. It was taken from their 6th album Face to Face, which also peaked at No. 1 in the UK. You Raise Me Up was awarded as their 4th Record of the Year in the UK. In December of that year, the group released When You Tell Me That You Love Me, a duet with Diana Ross, as the 2nd single. It debuted and peaked at No. 2. The 3rd single from the album, Amazing, peaked at No. 4. Westlife embarked on the Face to Face tour, travelling extensively to the UK, Ireland, Australia, and Asia. The group performed 32 shows and recorded 238,718 attendances. A recording of a concert from the tour, Live from Wembley Arena, was released in November 2006. In late 2006, Westlife signed a new 5-album deal with Sony BMG Music Entertainment. Their 7th album, the Love album, was a concept album that consisted of popular love song covers. The album debuted at No. 1 in both the UK and Ireland. It was the top-selling album of 2006 in Ireland. The only single from the Love album, The Rose, became their 14th UK No. 1 single. Westlife kicked off their 8th world tour, the Love Tour, in Perth, Australia. The group then went on to other Australian cities before moving on to South Africa, the UK, and Ireland. The tour grossed £1,031,033. On 5 November 2007, Westlife released their 8th album, Back Home, which contained 9 new original songs and 3 cover songs. The album debuted at No. 1 in the UK and Ireland. It was also his 5th biggest selling album in the UK. The first single released from the album was Home, which peaked at No. 3 in the UK. Us Against the World was released as the second single, and Something Right became the third single in Europe and the Asia-Pacific region. On 15 December 2007, they premiered a 2-hour show called The Westlife Show, where they performed 10 of their songs, hosted by Holly Willoughby. They embarked on the Back Home tour on 25 February 2008. This tour marked the first time that the group had travelled and performed in New Zealand, performing for sold-out shows in Auckland, Wellington, New Plymouth, and Christchurch. Westlife were the 7th top touring act of 2008. In this section, we'll be deep diving into 10th Anniversary, Where We Are, and Gravity, unravelling its complexities and uncovering valuable insights. 10th Anniversary, Where We Are, and Gravity. To mark their 10th year in music, Westlife staged the sold-out concert 10 Years of Westlife in Croke Park on 1 June 2008. The group announced that they would be going on hiatus for a year after their Back Home tour. Years of Westlife Live at Croke Park Stadium was released on 24 November 2008 and went straight to No. 1 on the UK, Ireland, and South Africa, Hong Kong, and New Zealand music DVD charts. On 13 December 2008, while on hiatus, Westlife made an unexpected appearance during that year's X Factor final, where they performed Flying Without Wings with runners-up JLS. In the last week of January 2009, a DVD titled The Karaoke Collection was released. On 18 March 2009, Westlife won the Best Irish Pop Act at the 2009 MTV Awards for the 9th consecutive time. Their 10th album, Where We Are, was released on 30 November 2009 in the UK and peaked at No. 2 on both Irish and UK albums charts. The lead single, What About Now, was released on 23 October 2009 and peaked at No. 2 on both Irish and UK singles charts. The tour in support of this album was the Where We Are tour. A recording of a concert from the tour, Live from London, was released in November 2010. They were part of the Haiti charity single in early 2010 with Everybody Hurts, which was organised by Cowell. The single peaked at No. 1 on both Irish and UK singles charts. That year, the Guinness Book of World Records announced that Westlife was the top-selling album group of the 21st century, with 10.74 million albums sold in the UK alone. On 14 November 2010, the single Safe was released. It debuted on the UK singles chart on 21 November at No. 10. The album Gravity was released on 22 November 2010. It was entirely produced by John Shanks. The album went to No. 1 in Ireland and No. 3 in the UK. This is their 9th No. 1 in Ireland. This album made Westlife one of the few musical acts to have #1 albums in 3 consecutive decades as in their home country. As we progress through this video, let's now turn our gaze towards Greatest Hits and Split. Greatest Hits and Split. In March 2011, they began their 11th major concert tour, the Gravity Tour. This tour marked the first time the group travelled to Oman, Namibia, Guangzhou, and Vietnam for concerts. As of 2011, the group was the longest reigning band and second longest reigning #1 music act in the 21st century in the UK. On 14 March 2011, Westlife confirmed that they had left Cowell after 13 years and his record label Psycho Music after 9 years. Byrne said of Cowell, "He got so busy and we needed someone who was on it all the time." After going back to RCA Records full-time for a 1-year album contract, they announced their Greatest Hits album would be released on 21 November 2011. It debuted at No. 1 in Ireland and No. 4 in the UK. The first single, Lighthouse, was released in November 2011. A follow-up promotional single, Beautiful World, was released the same month. The Greatest Hits Tour was announced on 18 October 2011, with dates in the UK confirmed for May 2012. Stereoboard reported that the tour sold out within minutes. The farewell tour consisted of 8 dates in China and 33 in the UK and Ireland. In total, the band sold 489,694 tickets from the tour. On 19 October 2011, Westlife officially announced they were splitting following the tour. ITV commissioned a one-off music event titled Westlife for the last time. Another show, The Westlife Show, Live, was broadcast on 1 November 2011. Following this, they were guests on The Late Late Show. They were honoured at that time by the Scottish Exhibition and Conference Centre SECC with 4 specially commissioned bar stools to mark 49 performances at the venue for over 380,000 fans, selling more tickets than any other act. The band had their final concert on 23 June 2012 at Croke Park Stadium in Ireland. The 82,300 capacity show was sold out in 4 minutes. Due to this popular demand, an extra date was added at Croke Park on 22 June 2012, which also sold out. Combined, there was a total of 187,808 spectators on both nights, exceeding the stadium's capacity. Their last concert was screened live in more than 300 cinemas in the United Kingdom and 200 cinemas worldwide. They released a DVD of the show, which went to number 1 in both UK and Irish charts. That year they were the 34th top-grossing tour act with earnings of $35.20 million, €27 million. Following the split, all 4 members released albums and singles individually. As we enter this new chapter, let's navigate the complexities of reunion, spectrum, and tour and unravel its multifaceted nature. Reunion, spectrum, and tour. On 23 September 2018, it was reported that the group was signed to Universal Music Group for a new 5-year album and tour deal with Virgin EMI Records. On 3 October 2018, the group formally announced that they were working on new music. McFadden was not involved in the reformation, saying in an interview with Closer magazine, "I only met the guys when I joined the band and have no regrets about leaving." On 19 December 2018, Egan and Feehily posted a picture of the group's first rehearsals together in 6 years. Hello My Love, their first single since 2011, was released on 10 January 2019. Their first UK performance in 7 years and of the single was on the Graham Norton Show on 11 January 2019. They also performed the single on the 24th National Television Awards on 22 January 2019. Their first Irish performance and television appearance together was on the final night of Dancing with the Stars Ireland on 24 March 2019. The single peaked at number 13 in the UK and reached number 2 in Ireland and Scotland. The single was certified gold in the UK 7 months after its premiere. In Ireland, it has a platinum certification. Their 11th studio album, Spectrum, was released on 15 November 2019. The album peaked at number 1 in Ireland, Scotland, and the UK. It was certified gold in the UK and platinum in Ireland. The second single from the album was Better Man. It reached number 2 on the UK Singles Sales Chart and Scottish Singles Chart. The third single, Dynamite, was released on 5 July 2019. The fourth single from the album, My Blood, was released on 25 October 2019. My Blood peaked at number 96 on the UK Singles Chart and at number 6 on the Scottish Singles Chart. It also peaked at number 46 in the Irish Singles Chart. On 17 October 2018, Westlife announced the 20 tour and said, "Every country that wants to see Westlife will see us at some point. We won't step away from this until we've managed to tour the world." The second day of the tour in Croke Park had a live film broadcast in selected cinemas on 6 July 2019. This was released in a video album in different formats on 13 March 2020. It reached #1 in the UK and Ireland and stayed at the top spot for over 30 weeks on their official charts. On 13 September 2019, they announced the stadiums in the summer tour, which was scheduled to begin the following year. However, it was postponed until 2022 due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In the next phase, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of Wild Dreams and exploring its real-world applications. Wild Dreams. On 17 March 2021, they formally announced that they signed a new album deal through Warner Music UK and East West Records. They performed at a BBC Radio 2 event in Ulster Hall, Belfast, on 25 August 2021, which was broadcast on 10 September 2021. Starlight, the lead single from their 12th studio album, was released on 14 October 2021. The album, Wild Dreams, was released on 26 November 2021. On 29 October 2021, a new schedule for their renamed 14th concert tour, the Wild Dreams Tour, was released. It included 14 new dates and venues, with 8 more dates added later. They announced that their Wembley Stadium date would be streamed live in various European cinemas. On 17 December 2021, a Westlife concert filmed at London's Bush Hall venue and broadcast by Tencent's WeChat Wine in China had an audience of almost 28 million. They were special guest performers on the Backstreet Boys livestream concert on the same platform on 24 June 2022. On 14 August 2023, Westlife announced their first ever tour dates in Canada and the United States. They performed in Toronto, Austin, New York City, and Chicago in March 2024. On 12 April, Westlife announced the With Love Tour. With our foundation established, it's time to explore public image and endorsements and its relevance to our overarching theme. Westlife's debut album and single coincided with the apogee of boy band popularity. They also had album certifications in Brazil, Mexico, the Philippines, and the United States. They had over 50,000 official fan club members in mainland China alone in 2006. In 2009, Flying Without Wings was listed as the 7th most popular song for the wedding's first dances in the UK. In 2012, their version of You Raise Me and also Flying Without Wings made it to the top 20 most popular songs used at funerals. In 2016, 3 of their songs, I'll See You Again, Flying Without Wings, and You Raise Me Up made it on the top pop music choices for funerals in Ireland. The band performed for the Sultan of Brunei and was paid £50 million to play a private concert of 7 songs. They also performed at the Nobel Peace Prize concert in 2000, 2005, and 2009. They also played for Queen Elizabeth II twice, Barack Obama, and for Pope John Paul II. They were the first ever pop band to top the entertainment bill at the Vatican City and a private concert for the Pope. Their second studio album, Coast to Coast, received additional products, mostly in Asia, that included MRT transport ticket, picture card calendar, postcard set, signed fold-out poster, glossy slipcase, and Filofax. They received sponsorship from Tato in 2000 and for their concert tours from Calvin Klein in 2001, Adidas in 2002, and Volkswagen in 2011. A book written by the members of Westlife was released on 16 June 2008 by HarperCollins UK Publishing titled Westlife Our Story, as part of their 10th celebration. The band released 2 perfume gift sets, X and With Love. Let's now shift our focus to charitable support and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. The group has supported various charitable causes. They were involved in the Helping for Haiti charity single, which was released in February 2010, and released a cover version of Uptown Girl for comic relief. They have participated in a Royal British Legion puppy appeal, Irish Blood for Life 2004, and did an advertisement for Galway's Irish Water Safety Campaign. They also lent their support to the Irish Blood Transfusion Service IBTS. On 4 November 2005, they performed with other music artists at the Coca-Cola Dome in Johannesburg, South Africa for the Unite of the Stars Gala Banquet charity concert that supports four charities: the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund, Unite Against Hunger, Street Mary's Hospital and the Topsy Foundation. They also performed live for charity on Sport Relief, Macmillan Cancer Support, Crow, Western Alzheimer's, O'Dwyer Cheshire Home, Mayo Cancer Support Group, Brie Keating Foundation, Outward Bound Trust, Childline, Children in Need, and Sheffield's Children Hospital. They had also helped for auctions on Meningitis Research Foundation, Carlton's Celebrity Auction for Century Point for the Homeless, the National Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children, the Samaritans, Zato Charity Painting, and Pushing the Envelope for National Literacy Trust. They've been involved also with the following organisations: Royal National Institute for the Deaf RNID, Cancer Research UK, United Nations World Food Programme WFP, Muscle Help Foundation, Global Breast Cancer Awareness Campaign, and Real Man Campaign. They are also included as ambassadors of the Irish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Children ISPCC. With that being said, let's now move on to members. Shane Filan, present Mark Feehily, present Nicky Byrne, present Kian Egan, present Brian McFadden. Now, let's shift our focus to discography and embark on an intellectual exploration of its various dimensions. Westlife 1999, Coast to Coast 2000, World of Our Own 2001, Turnaround 2003, Allow Us to Be Frank 2004, Face to Face 2005, The Love Album 2006, Back Home 2007, Where We Are 2009, Gravity 2010, Spectrum 2019, Wild Dreams 2021. As we progress, let's shine a spotlight on concert tours and examine its intricate interplay within our topic. Headlining Just Meets Westlife Tour 2000, Where Dreams Come True Tour 2001, World of Our Own Tour 2002, Unbreakable Tour 2003, Turnaround Tour 2004, Number Ones Tour 2005, Face to Face Tour 2006, The Love Tour 2007, Back Home Tour 2008, Where We Are Tour 2010, Gravity Tour 2011, The Greatest Hits Tour 2012, The 20 Tour 2019, The Wild Dreams Tour with Love Tour 2024. Supporting Boyzone Where We Belong Tour 1998. In the following segment, we'll be examining promotional tours in greater detail. Present UK and Ireland Tour 1999, European, East Asian, and Southeast Asian Tour 2000, European, North American, South American and Asian Tour 2001, 2002, European, Korean, Mexican and United States Tour 2003, European, Hong Kong, Japan, and Malaysian Tour 2005, 2006, European, Taiwan Tour 2007, Australian Tour 2009, Swedish Tour 2019, Singapore, Indonesian, Chinese, Swedish Tour. Thanks for being a part of this amazing journey. I can't wait to bring you more exciting content.